Okay, it is longer. Oh, yeah, I gotta finish out the showcase. Okay, cool. But we finished the fight. Okay. Hello, friends. It has been a day and a week. We had a work convention today. It was pretty cool, but it did tax me a lot. Like as soon as I got home, and I even got home earlier than normally would because we left the convention early and just went straight home. But I was just like on the floor watching TV. Like normally I'll come home, make a stack, play some video games, like exert some mental energy into like training and getting better. But nah, not today. It was just straight to the floor, no snack, no anything, just lie there, rest, and regenerate a bit of energy to be able to stream later. I thought about just canceling stream, but I was like, nah, let me not do that. But yeah, this is probably gonna be a low energy, maybe not even a super long stream. We're gonna finish up Tressa's 4th chapter, and then we're gonna make our way down the map to Primrose's 4th chapter. But before we do any of that, I need to do 2 things. I'm gonna look at my equipment for my party, skills, all that good stuff, and then I'm going to take a restroom break and snack break and all that good stuff. But yeah, jobs, not jobs, skills, learn skills. Haunted has so much JP. Yeah, go ahead and learn Reflective Veil. Cool, so Tress is almost done. Olberic is almost done. Perfect. Olberic wrapped up his thing. Alphen has wrapped up his thing a long time ago. Equip support skills. I don't think I need to equip anything. Yeah, the builds are fine. Status. Status is status. Inventory. Let's see if we have some nuts to spend. I don't think we do, but I'm gonna double check. Ooh. Increase the max HP. I want to see if I can get in 4K. 4K, let's go! 4,000 XP. The dude is a tank. Truly a tank. Okay. So that's that. Yeah, let me go bio real quick, and then we will get into the thing. Before I do that, I want to do this. Boom, boom, house. Okay. Got some water, got a brownie. Feeling a bit more refreshed. Let's do this thing. I think I already talked to this guy. Yeah. So, to the other side then. Can we go in this room now? Yes. Give me that loot. Give me the loot.
Domo.
That's her last name? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen her last name the entire time we played this game. Tressa Colzion. This way, please.
トレさん
Good luck out there.
え
Thanks, Ollie.
それでは次の出品です。
No, I was forgetting something. And now for our next
トレサ・
entrant.
コルツォーネ様、どうぞ。
トレサ
あんな女の子が
A kid?
どんな品を出すというんだ。
Here's hoping she won't disappoint.
行商人として旅をしているトレサと申します。
Hello. My name is Tressa, and I'm a traveling merchant.
本日私がお見せするのは
Today, I brought something very special to me.
名もなき式です。
An anonymous notebook.
私は小さな港町の商人の娘です。
I grew up in a small port town as the daughter of two merchants.
海の向こうを見つめ、いつも思っていました。
Sometimes I'd gaze out at the ocean and think to myself,
私がしたいことは、本当に手に入れたいものは、
what do I really want to do? What do I really want in life?
そんな時、この式と出会いました。
And then I came across this notebook.
この式は名前も知らない誰かのもので、
It was written by someone whose name I don't know.
世界中を巡る旅の記録が記されていました。
Someone who traveled across the world and wrote down everything about their journey.
その旅に憧れて、私は故郷を立ったのです。
I decided then and there that I wanted to go on a journey too. So I left home.
一人前の商人になる。それを目標に。
I wanted to explore the world as a merchant and leave the trade as I went. And learn the trade as I went.
たくさんの出会いがありました。
And along the way, I met some unforgettable people.
ある鉱山の町では、同じ年頃の商人と、
In a mining town, I met another merchant around my age.
彼の言葉は人々の心をつかみ幸せにしてしまう。
His words had the power to touch people's hearts and make them happy.
私にはない魔法のような力を持っていました。
It was like magic.
そして次の町では、
After, I moved on to the next town. I ran into an old acquaintance.
指揮をくれた船長と再会し、あることを教わりました。
He was the captain of a merchant ship, and the one who originally gave me the book.
宝物についてです。
There, he taught me something very important.
本当に大切なものは一つしかないのだと。
He told me that there could only be one truly precious treasure in someone's life.
探すのには時間がかかりました。
So I searched and searched
でもようやく見つけたんです。
until I finally found it.
たくさんの出会いをくれたこの旅こそが
What's truly precious to me
私の宝物です。
is this journey.
この式に私の旅も記してきました。
I've written all about it here in these pages.
世界は広大で未知にあふれています。
I can tell you for a fact that there are countless wonderful things out there waiting to be discovered.
名もなき旅人の式に私が世界を夢見たように
And just like this nameless traveler allowed me to realize my dreams,
私の式が誰かを後押しできたら最高に価値がある。
I hope that my travels can help someone realize their own,
だから
which is why I want to give you this notebook, this book.
この式をあなたに届けたいんです。
Noah,
トレサ、
何を言い出すかと思えば
who would want something so useless?
ここがどういう場所か知らないらしい。
Does she have any idea where she is?
こんな恥知らずな出品は初めてですな。
In all my years, I've never seen something so embarrassing.
誰かウィンダムの代わりに手を挙げてやれ。
Someone get her off the stage!
トレさん、
これにしよ
I'll take it.
おいおい。
Did he just?
う。まさか何の冗談だ。
Is he serious?
ウィンダム様、
Mr. Wyndham, sir.
失礼を承知で伺いますが、
Pardon me, but
こちらの品物で本当によろしいですかな。
are you absolutely certain?
もちろん構わん。
Of course I am.
私は取引において二言を用いたことはない。
I don't go back on my word.
この名もなき手記を
Now please, bring me that diary.
娘へ送らせてもらう。
I would like to present it to my daughter.
ウィンダム様、
My apologies for asking, sir, but why did you choose this diary?
ああ、
You see, my daughter. Hello, Tressa.
ノア、
Noah. I wanted to help her see the world as best I could, so I brought her the greatest treasures of the realm. But I could tell it was never enough.
うむ。
However, when this young merchant stepped onto the stage and spoke of her travels, that was the first time Noah ever said she wanted something.
トレサ
When I heard about your journey, Tressa, it felt like I was traveling the world with you. My heart never wanted the story to end.
Ah,
Young lady, I can't thank you enough. I hope this will suffice for your diary. I can't accept all that money.
おば
What? Are you a merchant or not? This is a fair trade, Tressa.
はい
My customer has something she can treasure forever.
Huh?
That's more than enough reward for me.
しかし
I understand your sentiment, but I can't let you go without recompense. Okay, it's too much for me to handle now, but maybe I'll need it down the road someday.
Huh?
I'd like to save it for then.
よろしい
Understood. I'll prepare a memorandum. If you're ever in need of it, please do not hesitate to let us know.
ありがとうございます
Thank you, sir.
トレサ
Tressa,
ね
if you don't mind, I'd like to hear more about your journey.
えもちろん
And I'd love to tell you all about it. At Noah's behest, Tressa spoke of her travels across the realm. She recounted every tale, one by one, with a fond smile. I've made up my mind, Tressa. I want to travel the world on my own 2 feet. Just like you did.
ノーありがとうございます
Yeah. I'll treasure this notebook forever, Tressa. And someday, I'll write my own stories in here. About my own journey. I want to be the first to read it.
ええ
I promise, you will be.
お嬢さん
Excuse me, young lady.
I must say, you put on quite the show there.
Don't tell me this is like the OG author. If we meet him right now, that'll be probably one of the coolest reveals ever.
えっと
Thank you, sir.
I suppose I should introduce myself. Diarist, yeah. OG author, sounds like.
I dedicated many years of my life to creating something.
実はな
Something that became a precious treasure to you.
え
You mean you made that notebook? Mm-hmm. The writer was someone else, though. I gave it to him a good 10 years ago. Went by the name of Graham Crossford.
あ
Graham Crossford. So he's the one whose travels I've been reading about.
いかにも
That's right. That man saved my life. He was just about to head off on a journey. He didn't know where his travels would take him.
あ
So I told him he ought to keep record of where he'd been.
あ
I spent 40 odd years making notebooks. But there wasn't anyone else's journey I wanted to hear about as much as his. Writing in a diary comes from the heart. And there was no one with a heart as great as his. When you spoke about your own travels, I thought I saw some of him in you.
あ
It was like you were in love with that notebook. If you ever meet Graham, could you tell him something for me? I've got another diary for him, just waiting to be filled. So, what are you gonna do now?
そうだな 一旦故郷に帰ろうかな
I think I'll go back home.
商人としてたくさんの経験ができたから
I've experienced so many things on this journey.
式に書ききれないくらいたくさんね
It was filled with so many moments that can't be contained in a diary.
世界の各地で商売していろんな人に出会って
I traveled and traded across the land and met amazing people along the way.
あの壇上に立った時思ったの
And when I stood on that stage, I realized
少しは一人前の商人になれたかなって
I did what I set out to do.
それを両親に伝えてあげたいの
I want to tell my parents that.
どんな顔をするのか今から楽しみだわ
I can't wait to see the look on their faces.
そっか
Excuse me. Home, huh?
アリーはどうするの
How about you, Ollie?
そうだなたっぷり稼いだし俺も故郷に帰ろうかな
It's probably time for me to head home too.
親父が待ってる
My father is waiting for me.
この金を元手に故郷でもう一回店開くんだ
I finally saved up enough money for him to open up shop again.
そっかお父さん以上の商人になれた
So, who's the better merchant between you two?
さあなでもだといいな
I'd like to think I am.
なあトレさん
Yeah?
その次会う時は
Next time we meet,
お互いにもっと大きな商人にでしょ。負けないわよ。
We'll see who's the better merchant, right?
いや、もうちっと大人の女になったよ。
Wrong. Next time, I hope you're a little more refined. What?
素材は悪くないぜ。まだまだ磨き足りんけど。
See, you're like a skystone.
なんてね。
One that could use a bit more polishing.
ふざけないで。
Hey!
はっかっか。じゃあまたな。
See you around, Tressa.
さてと。
Now then,
私の宝物はこれからも磨かなきゃ。
my journey isn't over yet.
待っててね。
I'll be there soon.
これが商人トレサとの出会いでした。
That was how I met Tressa.
彼女の手記の続きを私は記します。
She gave me this diary to fill with my own memories.
今日も世界のどこかで
I know that somewhere out there, she's bringing happiness to others, just as she did to me.
誰かに幸せを届ける彼女の姿を追って。
And someday, I hope to follow in her footsteps.
ノーア・ウィンダム。
2 stories down. Let's go.
I can't recognize Tressa with the hat off. Like, the only reason I know that's her is because her mom has a scarf in her head. But other than that, I would not be able to tell you the difference. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference between the two. But I'm glad my girl made it home. Very nice. Wonderful story. 10 out of 10. Love it. Would play again. Cheers. Wonderful. We love this. Good stuff. Good stuff. And we save. Okay. Ooh. Hidden stuff. Sweet. Ooh, better.
Not bad, eh? That's Highland chicken, right? It's been grilled to This is Highland chicken, right? It's been grilled to perfection. And this squid is the best to be found in Fisher's Bay. Can't you taste the ocean?
Shucks, Tress. You might want to think about slowing down there.
Indeed. The girl is so slight. Where does she put in it all?
Speaking of grub, I suppose you mostly just eat what you hunt, right?
Such is the life of a hunter. When thou needest medicine, thou makest thine own, yes?
But of course, I'm an apothecary after all.
But I can't always find the ingredients I need. Until I hooked up with you, that is. You fetch me darn near everything I've asked for. I am a proud hunter, It pleaseth me not to fail it. I've got it! Whoa. Gave me quite the start there, suddenly shouting out like that. Thou hast got it. What hast thou got, pray tell? The three of us should go into business together. Huh? What dost thou mean? You can hunt for ingredients. Alfin will mix them into medicine. And I can take charge of selling the product. We'd make a perfect team. Huh. A venture that would make in the most of our individual talents. Thou makest an intriguing proposal. I know, right? We could really rake it in. So let's do it. What better time than the present, eh? I declare us open for business. Can I think about this a bit? And I as well. What's there to think about? Come on. You've got to grab the bull by its horns. Thing is, I'm not one for money. I too possess all that I need. I never thought making money could be such a deal breaker.
That is hilarious.
I love those moments. Like, they're so well written to just kind of add that extra bit of flavor to the whole party. It's so nice. Okay.
As much as we like Tressa, she's gonna get sacked. Because we need Primrose. Kind of unfortunately, if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. I need 2 more JP. Great. Nice. Just seeing all the folks like landing in Anaheim, getting ready for this weekend. Like, super excited to do all the fan fest activities and meet all the folks. Of course, I'm not there and not going, but I'm just so happy for all the friends to be able to gather and like share in that kind of wonder and joy that comes with being a fan of a common thing. Nice. What do we need? You can have a conscious stone, why not? I don't think I'll need that again, but prevents silence. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, route planning. We just go down. Leave town, go down, keep going down, keep going down. Then that'll hook us back over here. Actually, if we get to North Stone Guard Pass, I want to see if I can figure out what this is. Because just based on the drawing of the map, it looks like there should be something there. And then we're going to keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. And then we're going to go to Everhold. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I just really want to get to Everhold. I don't think I'm going to like actually do any of Primrose's story. I mean, I might, but the likelihood is very slim. East Coast. Yes, that's where I want to go, I think. I love that the sun is only just now
私
setting.
の出番だな。
Like in the heart of winter, it sets 2 hours ago. And like now that we're edging into summer, it's like, I'll take my time. So that's really cool. Why would you use the lance? They're all weak to the sword, Lynn. Use your sword.
さてと どうよ
Nice.
さて
There we go.
あら
Give me my
相
domination.
手が悪かったのよね
Domination. We love it. Love to hear it. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
.さて闇夜の帳災いを払え
Nicely done.
素人さんと踊らない
That
の
only works because we're in a weak area. But still, very well done, Primrose. Good.
出番ね闇夜の帳災いを払え
Just
ご
like
めん
that.
ね素人さんと踊らないの
Love that little break bonus. Very good. Roll map check. We're not there yet. Okay. Okay, so the North Stone Guard Pass. There should be a thing. Cobblestone, Stone Guard, Wellspring, Everhold. Okay. Yeah, what is this? Ooh! This sounds like Warrior Shrine to me. Oh, yeah. A voice echoes in your head. Hail, traveler. I am Brand, the Thunderblade. Unto thee, who dost boldly venture to this place, I impart the knowledge of the heavens.
Let's go. You unlocked Warrior as a secondary job.
Let's go. Super nice. I'm glad I actually looked at the map for that. So we're gonna do jobs. Yeah, do warrior for a second. Cool. All that just for me to go. Yeah, no. Get back on Ninja. Get your hind parts back on Ninja. Equipment. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with that weak sauce equipment. Get your good knife out. Thank you. But yeah, okay, cool. So we got warrior now. That's nice. I do want to look at support skills for her. I don't think there's anything I really want to do with this. Yeah, we're not touching Vim and Vigor, and we're not touching Second Wind. Patience is nice, but I might switch that for one of the warrior things. I could throw cover on her, that would be nice. Or I could do surpassing power. I feel like surpassing power would go crazy. But I also feel like cover is just kind of goated. No, what did I do? That needs to be second wind. Yeah, that needs to be second wind. Patience can become cover. HP, SP, and then chance to have another attack in there. But that means Hana doesn't have the chance for a follow-up turn anymore, which is okay. I think that's good. I might swap that up for surpassing power later, but I think overall that is a good place to be in. Yeah, that's awesome. So I think that's how many jobs? Okay, so we have Huntress or Hunter, Thief, Apothecary, Dancer, Warrior, Merchant, Scholar, Cleric. Yeah, I think that's all of them. That's 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool! That was the last secondary job I needed. Awesome! That is so cool. That is so cool. We need to save for that. Yes. That is huge. We are truly in the end game now, my friends.
So, 始めようか。
Cause yeah, at this point, that basically means any support skill that I need, I have access to it. I just need to get the JP for it. And that just comes with experience in battles. Oh, low slash.
よっしゃせい
狙い撃つ土砂降りや
行くわよ。闇夜の帳。 災いを払え。
行くぞ。よっ、ここからが本番だ。よっ、
かかってきな。
どう動く？
Just like
いい
that,
戦いだった。
it's dead. West Stoneguard Pass? Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. Okay, cool. Oop.
冒険の騎士、押してまいる。ここからが本番だ。
私の出番だな。
Deleted.
いい戦いだった。
Get them off my battlefield. Oh, at the work conference I had today, they had a whole panel on wargaming. And that was really cool, actually. So, take tabletop games, like your Warhammer 40k or whatever.
驚かし。
I work in like government and private sector, not private sector, but I work for the government. So we do a lot of stuff with military applications. And so this conference was largely a bunch of private vendors talking to government branches, namely, it was called Sea, Air, and Sky, I think. No, Sea, Air, and Space. Yeah. And so, in it being Sea, Air, and Space, it was geared towards Coast Guard, Navy, Marines, and a little bit of Air Force and a little bit of Space Force. But it was mostly naval stuff. Hence it being on the National Harbor. Hence it being very military focused. But yeah, they had a panel on wargaming and kind of the applications of AI within wargaming and where the boundary lies between where human decision is vital and should not be altered or touched, but really only allowed to flourish and develop, and then analyze after the fact. And then that after the fact, that analysis stage being where AI comes in and takes in all the data from those human decisions that we're really trying to figure out and says, okay, this was the logic behind why they made this choice, and using that logic, can we predict future choices that they may make? So that was interesting. And then there were just kind of sim games and tabletop stuff out for participants to enjoy. Like they were giving away free mini copies of mini copies of Battleship. So I have 2 of those. So that would be fun to play just on the go with a friend or something. And then there were some card games that were like sort of like Riftbound almost, where they had some cards that would simulate different lands and different spaces. And then you had these fighter jets or other assets to use to sense out what areas are, what threats could be within those areas, etc., etc. And you have so many energy points to use those units to sense out and claim those battlefields. And I think most Battlefields claims is the winner of that kind of tabletop game. It's like a very quick and dry intro into wargaming, and like a lot more of the war games that were being pushed today were the electronic stuff. But we also talked about how we don't always want to go for the electronic stuff, because we see the more we use electronics in our gaming, the less critical thinking we end up doing. And like there's research that got referenced in the panel to support that, but it was also just kind of an interesting statement to make. And I know that's a lot of the sentiment that I see time and time again when it comes to, especially when it comes to AI usage, but when it comes to kind of technological usage in general. It's just like, I didn't expect such a steep decline in cognitive thought when electronics became involved. Is that a reality of life? I don't think it's a necessity. Like, I don't think it's a hard and fast rule that, like, you use electronics, you're not going to use your brain as much. But I think we definitely need to be wary when we're using electronics about how much of a toll it's taking on our ability and our capacity to think critically. I say that as I'm playing video games for the next, I don't know, honestly probably like 5 more minutes, because I'm right at the door of Everhold. I was hoping Primrose would level more this time, so I'm probably going to spend next week doing some side quests to actually level Primrose, because she's not ready for this. But yeah, that was really cool to find the Warrior Shrine, because I was not expecting to find that at all. So finding that was like, yo, that is awesome, dude. Figures? My guy cannot cook. I need you to cook, sir. And you can't. And it's really annoying. Oh, we did that earlier. So is it the axe then? My guy has no SP. It's not the axe. Huh. Must be the... what's it called? Lance?
闇夜の帳災いを払え。ごめんね、素人さんとは踊らないの。
Death. Then we just walk into Everhold. What is this winding stair?
行くぞ。
Should go get that chest at some point.
私の出番だな。マジックスティールだが。
Nice.
ここからが本番だ。よっ。さてと。どれどれ。
踊ろうかしら。闇夜の帳災いを払え。
Oh, that was not expected. I'll take it.
出番。闇夜の帳災いを払え。
さて。
Bruh.
さてと。どれどれ。
Like, okay. Cool.
どう動く？
ここからが本番だ。さあ、覚悟はいいか。
私の出番だな。もうひと頑張りだ。
ぜやってやるぜ。来年よ驚き響け。
驚か覚悟はいい。闇夜の帳災いを払え。
There we go.
あら、相手が悪かったようね。
Nice. We're so close. We made it to Everhold. Wonderful. That's right, I had business here. And we will take that tale another day. Because for now, I'm looking for that save point. Cool. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it, friends. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. Wish you all a wonderful downslope of the week into the weekend. For those who are out in Anaheim at FanFest, I wish you all a wonderful time. Enjoy the camaraderie, the announcements, all the stuff that Square has out there for you to do, and that you've like made for each other to do. Yeah. If you're not going to FanFest, if you're doing some other convention, hope that's also a wonderful time for you. If you're not doing any sort of traveling, just hanging out at home for the weekend, I hope that's a nice and relaxing time for you as well. Get to recharge and refocus for the week ahead. And I wish to go take a nap, so I hope you all fly safely, and I'll see you next week. Bye.